This is the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Ghost, and it is Saturday the 20th, 7:31 p.m. I picked this up an hour ago. Target, they broke street date by 5.5 hours, I guess. But yeah, so it has Kanan Jarrus, Sabine Wren, Syndulla, and Zeb. Yeah, Zeb. I'm like, that's not his name. His name is Zeb. All right. It says it has a bunch of action and sounds in it. We're going to open it up, but apparently if you tilt it, stupid camera, if you tilt it, it makes noises and lights and stuff. There's the side of the box. Here's the back. So it has a lot of stuff. Looks like a full interior. I'm not 100% familiar with the Ghost. I remember seeing it in the show, but I'm not 100% familiar with the interior and how it's laid out. But it's got the top access hatch. It's got a loading ramp, I guess lights and sounds. The Phantom, which is not included, does dock into it. I need to get one of those. And apparently the Y-Wing can dock on the sides. That's the docking, I guess, plug for the Y-Wing. And then you have, yeah, there's the loading ramp. Little swivel guns. And then the cockpit opens up. So let's open it up. So, oh, here we go. I think lights and sounds, light up gun turret viewport, light up cockpit viewport, authentic startup sound effects, cannon firing sound effects, swiveling gun turrets, starfire attachment on the sides, phantom attachment on the back, removable panel with full detail interior, removable hatch reveals engine room, front ramp flips down, includes 4 microfigures, but a cockpit can fit up to 6. So I'm guessing it's to accommodate Ezra and Chopper. Crew quarter sleeps up to 8 figures. Common room seats up to 4 figures. So let's open it up and take a look. So inside the box, the back of the box has this little diorama of the Phantom being chased by some TIE fighters. Oh, and then I guess there's the Super Star Destroyer, or Star Destroyer. Here's the Ghost. So there's Zeb, Kanan, Sabine, and Syndulla. Sabine's a little tall compared to Syndulla, which I think is a little bit odd. But maybe just because she's tall, she's higher up in the box, but still, Sabine shouldn't be that tall, I think. But here's the Ghost. This thing is massive. Oh yeah, it was $59.99 at Target, so not bad. The gun turret can turn 360. This is where the Phantom docks, and then there's some pins. I don't have the Phantom yet, but there's pins, or I guess buttons in these ports where the Phantom will dock. So when you push it, oh, first got turned on. Here's the engine startup, and then that's the sound that the Phantom makes. And then when it undocks, it takes off. That's gun noises. Engine start noises. It has like motion control, so like if it climbs, the engine lights get brighter. They kind of dim. The one I have a hard time doing is the shaking. It doesn't really do it that well. But here's the cockpit. Opens up. It seats 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I guess Chopper sits in the middle. 6. There's a lot of weathering, heavy weathering. You can see the panel lining is just really like over the top. And I'm wondering if it's because the show is a cartoon. This is the ramp. I'm not too pleased with it. There's a big hump for the hinge in the way. I wish they designed that better, so it's a smooth transition. It looks a little awkward. There's no detail or no panel lining inside. underneath, that's where the batteries go. Oh yeah, and it has retractable landing gears, which is kind of nice. So they flip out. And then this whole thing lifts up to reveal the interior. It's massive inside. So you got like the 4 rooms, beds, I guess. There's a little bit of stickering inside there, inside here. Stickering right there on both sides, right there. You can tell which one's Sabine's room. And then you have this rear room with, oops, not room, it's a compartment, hidden compartment. All right, I'll hold this open. So this little hatch opens up, and then another peg for Chopper to sit in there, hide in there. I'm not sure what that little clip is for. There's a real faint, I forgot what that board is called. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I don't have the Y-wing yet, but hold on. So this thing sits in like that. You gotta pop it off, or yeah, you pop it off, flip it around. There's a notch right there that interface with that tab. So it goes in like this. You gotta take it out, flip it around, and then plug back in. There we go. And then that's how the Y-wings can dock. So I'm not sure why, but apparently these little things are keyed, so you can't switch sides. So this one goes on this side, and this one goes on this side. Oh, there's some more detail. Factory applied that sticker crooked. Now we can get back in there. Pretty straightforward. Doors don't really open. At least these doors are open, so you know you can pretend they're walking through it. And then cockpit, as before. This little gun kind of swivels. Here's the cockpit with the figures. When I get the Phantom, I can put Ezra and Chopper in there. So since I don't have Ezra or Chopper, I put Luke and R2-D2. So the droids have a hole, and that peg, it just plugs up into them. So I figured out what this is for. It's so the legs can grab the legs. And then there's that post, so Chopper or R2-D2 can sit in this little hideaway place. Oh yeah, for those who are curious, when you lift this up, it's all panel lined underneath there too, which is nice. And then I'm gonna show you the lights next. Oh yeah, so this opens up, and there's a little seat for the gunner. So I turn the lights off so you can see the lights better. But you can see it kind of lights up. Engine boots up. So that light lights up underneath here and lights up this gun cockpit. And so I guess it switches back and forth between the front gun and the back gun. There's a cockpit light. So I wanted to show a comparison. This is the Millennium Falcon. Here's the Ghost. The Ghost is massive compared to, this is the Micro Galaxy Millennium Falcon. So it should be kind of in scale, but look how big it is. Like compare this interior to this interior, like there's hardly anything there. Like that opens up, this little ramp comes down, but this has a lot more play area. Oh, little Cyclone drivers in there. So I wanted to see if it's possible, and yes, it is. So these docks for the Y-Wing just plugs into the astromech port, I guess we'll call it, where R2-D2 would sit. And so yeah, you can dock X-Wings into this.